Good morning, everyone. We're going to get started. You can tell this isn't an operations-driven event because we would have started 3 minutes ago. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Roundhouse Park and to the Toronto Railway Museum. This is a very fitting place to celebrate today the 50th anniversary of GO Transit. My name is Greg Percy. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Metrolinx. I'm also your MC today. Very honored to be opening the museum's newest exhibit. This is a restored original GO cab car. And Rob Fuller and his team, Doug Smith, who I don't see here. So a lot of folks have put a lot of energy into designing this or redesigning it, renovating it, and getting it to look the way it has. There's a plaque inside. Please take an opportunity to walk through and read who sponsored it. But it was really a labor of passion, and that's why it looks so amazing. The reason we're here today is not just to celebrate the restoration of a GO cab car, but it's really to recognize the importance of getting people to where they need to be, and the importance of making connections, and the importance of building on our 50-year momentum. You don't get to be 50 years old as a transit service without the help and support of a lot of great people. And today, I'd like to take a moment to recognize some of those people, some of whom are here today and some not. We will be joined by Minister Del Duca. He's a champion of GO Transit, has been since he came into the minister position. Thank you, Minister, for joining us. Han Dong, MPP, is not here. He had hoped to be here as a continuing supporter for GO Transit and Metrolinx. And also a big thank you to the Toronto Railway Museum for hosting us and for getting so excited about us bringing an original cab car here. I don't know if you've noticed, but this is actually the top of the parking structure underneath, and we have to be quite careful. You don't have to walk around and protect yourself, but underneath is where you park cars, and we don't want the two to become one. And the next thing you'll see here in probably 5+ years is an F-59 from locomotive from GO Transit. I'd like to thank some specific companies that helped make this happen. Toronto Terminals Railway. I know I saw a couple of those folks here. If you want to raise your hand when I call out your company name. Mechanical Systems Remanufacturing, we call it MSR, and Bob McCarricker's here over there. Hart Enterprises, don't see Mike Hart here. Toronto Railway Club, also Bob McCarricker and Mary Prock, among others. Wabtec. And then there were a lot of others who worked with us very closely to get all this to happen. I'd also like to recognize some of the members of our current Metrolinx Board of Directors. Upcar Aurora and Brian Davies are here. If you could put up your hand. There's Upcar. Brian, right back there. He's being shy back there. I don't think I saw Howard here. I know Howard planned to be here. I'd also like to recognize a past board chair and board member, Peter Smith. Peter's been incredibly supportive. Where are you, Peter? There you are. Supportive of GO Transit when he was chair, and then with Metrolinx as vice chair. And Peter made it out to almost every event. Incredibly supportive for GO Transit and Metrolinx. I'd also like to recognize the co-workers that have been very fundamental in making all this happen. But also right now I'd like to recognize since in the history of GO Transit started on May 23rd at 5:50 a.m. 1967, we've had 5 managing directors. 2 for sure are here. I'm not sure if Rick drifted up near the end. But we have Tom Smith, who was our managing director from 1987 to 1993. Tom, over there. And the infamous Gary McNeil from 1999 to 2013. I didn't realize actually Gary's the longest serving managing director. So I don't know if he got paid extra for that. But anyway. So it's a lot of moving pieces to get an event like this to happen. A lot of moving pieces to get 50 years behind you successfully. The 3 people I would like to call out specifically are Rob Fuller over there, Doug Smith, who's not here, and Sheena and her team. Where's Sheena? Right here. Sorry. All my short jokes will not come out, Sheena. But Sheena and her team sweat bullets to make this happen today. So thank you very much. We have 3 speakers. After me, be the Minister Stephen Del Duca, John Jensen, President and CEO of Metrolinx, and Phil Spencer, President and CEO of the Toronto Railway Historical Association and Toronto Railway Museum. After which we'll take some questions, and then we'll gather for a group photo. Then we're going to tour the Go coach. If you want to drift in before it gets crowded, feel free, but we're going to have a quick walkthrough. And with that, I'm going to ask Minister Del Duca to come to the podium, please. Thank you.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with all of you. It is an honor to be here and to participate in such an incredible celebration, such an important milestone. Of course, the 50th anniversary for Go Transit. I have to say, you can hear the excitement in Greg's voice. And I don't, this is going to sound like a tiny bit of a complaint. I promise all of you that it's not. But I've now served as Minister of Transportation for just about 3 years. And it took the 50th anniversary of Go Transit for me to finally meet the Go Bear. That's what I have to say. So it is now the official highlight of my time. I posed for a photograph with Go Bear, and I hope to do a little bit more of that as we continue with this celebration. It's incredible to see so many people who are currently involved in playing such important leadership roles at Go Transit, board members, current staff, former board members, former staff. I want to begin by just saying to all of you how deeply grateful I am because of the exceptional leadership, the exceptional work that you do or have done on a regular basis to help build up the Go brand, to help put so much transit service out into the community, which, as we all know, is exceedingly popular right around the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. And there's a strong demand for more, and that's something that we're working hard to deliver. Of course, you've already heard from Greg Percy, as Greg mentioned, that we're going to have John Jensen just speak in a quick second, and then our friend from the Toronto Rail Museum. Again, I want to say to Greg and to John and to the entire current team at Metrolinx, for now 3 years, almost 3 years, we've worked very closely together on so many critical projects for this region, and you are doing exceptional work, and you are producing positive outcomes for the people that we are very proud to represent here in this region. And I wanted to say how grateful I am to work closely with all of you day in and day out. So I am very happy to be here at the Toronto Rail Museum in front of this awesome, restored, original GO train coach this morning to celebrate this very special occasion. Now, I've already had a bit of a sneak preview of the cab car. Greg took me on a little bit earlier today. There's a line in my remarks that suggests that I wasn't around when this train actually started running. There's a couple of jokes that they put in here. The only thing I would mention is that, in fact, it is true. I am 7 years younger than Go Transit. But I do very much appreciate the fact that the service that has been in existence now for half a century is something that means a lot to the people of this region and the people of this province today. And I also very much appreciate how this day is celebrating something critically important that the province of Ontario got right. 50 years ago today, the government began what was called an experiment in public transit, a 14-stop commuter rail line that would travel along the shore of Lake Ontario from Hamilton in the west to Pickering in the east. It was called, of course, Government of Ontario Transit. You all know this, and as you can imagine, it was soon shortened to Go Transit. Makes a lot of sense. A new approach to urban transportation and the first commuter rail service in Canada, it was specially designed to offer drivers an alternative to commuting by car on the congested roads of this region. On its very first morning, as Greg mentioned, at 5:50 a.m., very precise, Greg, you can tell he's an operations guy, right? Very precise. Go Transit carried 2,400 passengers, and within 6 months, ridership on Go Transit exceeded the passenger volumes projected for the system's second year of operation. What started as a 3-year experiment quickly became one of the most successful stories in the history of public transportation. 50 years later, Go Transit has grown from those 14 rail stations on 84 kilometers of track to an inter-regional transit system that serves 7 million Ontarians across 11,000 square kilometers. It's incredible. On any given weekday, there are more than 300,000 boardings throughout the Go system, and those numbers are set to grow dramatically as we expand and improve Go service. The experiment that began 50 years ago continues today with GO Regional Express Rail, which some of you know, of course, is two-way all-day service, designed to bring faster and more frequent service across the GO network. GO RER is the largest single investment in rapid transit in Canada. Let me say that again. It's the largest single investment in rapid transit in Canada. It will, of course, provide major new travel choices for people right across the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. It will significantly increase transit ridership and help manage congestion. Throughout its history, GO Transit has played an important role in building and shaping communities in Southern Ontario. That work continues today with GO RER and the investments that we are making to build and expand rapid transit in communities in every corner of this region. LRT lines in Hamilton, Mississauga, and Toronto, to bus rapid transit, such as Brampton Zoom, Viva. Together, these projects will make it easier and more convenient for families to connect by GO Transit to work, to school, and to everywhere in between. As Minister of Transportation, I've made it a priority to make sure that we are getting shovels in the ground to build the modern and integrated transportation network that this region so desperately needs. GO Transit is at the center of our work, the work that our government is doing to build regional transportation in the region, providing a high level of service that people have come to expect, both with respect to the history and also going forward into the future. So on behalf of Premier Kathleen Wynne and the Government of Ontario, I want to congratulate all GO Transit staff, past and present, on 50 outstanding years of service to the people of Ontario. You're doing a tremendous job, and I look forward to working with you to deliver on the next 50 years of exceptional transformation for public transit here in the province of Ontario. Thank you very much. And it's now my honor to invite John Jensen, CEO and President of Metrolinx, to the podium. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Minister Del Duca, and thank you all for being here this morning to help us celebrate on this very special occasion. There's something about turning 50, isn't there? Well, maybe all of you haven't figured that out yet, but you will at some point in time. That half-century milestone presents a natural opportunity to reflect, to think about all the good things you've done and hopefully all the good things you're still going to do. So today we reflect on all the hard work and dedication that our colleagues, both past and present, have put into connecting people and communities throughout GO Transit's history. And at the same time, we take a moment to look ahead to our plans of the future. Many of you might be wondering, why am I listening to the CEO of Metrolinx speak at GO Transit's 50th anniversary? Well, a few years ago, before I joined this organization, I might have wondered the same thing. But now I know that GO Transit and Metrolinx joined forces back in 2009 to help coordinate and integrate transit in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. And we all know that GO Transit has been creating a more connected, integrated region since it ran its first trip on this very day back in 1967. It's played an important role in building and shaping communities, giving people a safe, reliable, and convenient way to get to and from home, work, school, business, you name it. And the best is yet to come. I'm honored to be here to unveil this iconic piece of GO Transit's history today. And at the same time, I'm proud to say history is in the making as we work on transforming the GO Rail network from a mostly commuter-based service into a true regional rapid transit system. This means bringing more convenient two-way, all-day GO service throughout much of our network, with twice the amount of service during rush hour and 4 times the amount of service during middays, evenings, and weekends. It means relief from congestion and more reliable, predictable journeys across the region, whether by train, by bus, or by car. It means growth and prosperity for families and business all across the region by better connecting them to the things that matter. Because as our region grows, our transit needs to grow. And at 50 years young, I know there's so much more growing for GO Transit to do. So to everyone who worked so hard to make this public transit experiment such a tremendous success, and to everyone who continues to work hard to give the people of this region the transit they so want and need, thank you. Thank you so much. And I'll now turn the mic over to Phil Spencer from the Toronto Historical Railway Association.
Minister Del Duca, John Jensen, Greg Percy, Rob Fuller, all our good friends at GO and Metrolinx, distinguished guests and friends. On behalf of the Toronto Railway Museum, its volunteers and staff, we're very pleased to be part of this ceremony marking GO's Show Transit's 50th anniversary. This celebration, opening ceremony, and the unveiling of the GO Transit cab car is a major museum exhibit and the result of two key partnerships the museum has with the City of Toronto and Metrolinx and GO. The museum has been in operation since 2010. It is, with the exception of about a quarter of its budget, self-supporting, but receives no taxpayer funds. Our partnership with the city is based on our mandate to interpret Toronto's railway heritage. Last year, we attracted 70,000 visitors to the park and museum, enjoying free access to the outdoor exhibits of railway equipment throughout the park, together with our popular miniature railway, Restored Railway Village, which is over to your left, as well as our museum display in Stall 17 of the Roundhouse to the south of us. None of this would have been possible without the city's support. In the past 6.5 years, much has been accomplished. The museum is striving to move to the next level of development, and our partnerships with the city and Metrolinx and GO are very important to us. Metrolinx and GO has stepped forward to develop what has become a strong partnership with the museum. This superbly restored example of Canadian passenger car design and manufacture at the commencement of GO operations 50 years ago fills a gap in the story we have to tell our visitors and all interested in Toronto's railway heritage. This cab car will attract many more visitors and increase our profile and recognition. Its location in the park, facing the great city of Toronto and its towers, is a perfect complement to telling the story of what Metrolinx and GO and this car has contributed to the development of this city and the entire region. Interpretation is a major focus for the museum display, and this has been enhanced greatly by the superb permanent GO Transit display telling GO's story, which is in our Stall 17 museum exhibit. This display will enhance the museum and draw many more than the 20,000 museum exhibit visitors we enjoyed in 2016. Thank you to Metrolinx and GO for your support. It has and will greatly assist us to move to the next level as a museum.
Thank you, Phil. We'd like to take a few questions now, if there are any. Looking around, seeing none. Thank you, that was easy. I think right now we're going to do a photo, and then we're going to go over to the museum inside to see the new GO exhibit.